Hello, 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 my collectives. How are y'all doing today? I do hope and pray everybody day has went well, y'all. All right, y'all. So if you tap in, before I come on, I already pray over these cards. Y'all know this. And with that being said, I really don't waste no time. I like to get into it so we can get into the thick of things and really see what's going on. So let's get into it. All right, y'all. We're going to talk today about some toxic relationships. This is a toxic relationship that you was once in. A toxic relationship that you have now closed like the cycle on. A toxic cycle that now has gotten somebody, you know what I'm saying, seeing that, you're over them. You're past them. You have evolved and you're healed. You hear me? So they see you in this light of feeling free, not worried, not stressed. They see you getting abundance. They see you getting blessings. They see you moving forward. They also see you collectives continuing on that journey that they chose to walk away from. You understand? So we got somebody looking at you and in disbelief on how much you have evolved without them. This is somebody that's realizing one monkey don't stop no show. Just because things did not work out with y'all does not mean that you weren't going to go forward and do what it was that you knew it was meant for you to do. So with you being in this space, in this energy, feeling good, you know what I'm saying, healthy, happy, you got somebody, that wants to repeat a cycle with you. Somebody who wants to repeat a cycle with you, collective. Somebody that you have already repeated a cycle with time and time again. This is the reason why it didn't work, because there was a lot of toxic things going on in this relationship, from verbal abuse, emotional abuse, to physical abuse. You understand? And this is somebody that you once thought that you were really in love with, somebody you once thought you really cared about. But sometimes, we be blinded by love. And this as well as what y'all were. Y'all were blinded by love. It was like a mask was covering your face. Because when you're in love with somebody, you can't see the wrong that they do. You can't see the malicious intents. You can't, really feel that this person is doing you any type of way. That's doing you something, doing you some type of harm, not loving you for who you are. But now that they realize that, you walking away from them and you continuing on and did not let what they did to you hurt you or stop you. It did hurt you, but it didn't hurt you to the point to where you could not move on. So like I said, they're seeing you in this energy and in this light of being really focused, really being unbothered, has got this person wanting to repeat a cycle with you. And why, I don't know, because the thing for me is it didn't work. It didn't work out. That's why this whole connection ended. But this is somebody that's now down bad. Somebody that needs you bad right now. Just trying to figure out how they can reach you, how they can contact you. But this somebody also knows that it's too late. It's too late. This cycle been closed out. Y'all been broke up. This is somebody that you have been away from at least a year to 3 years from. That you are no longer interested in, no longer worried about, no longer care about. You know what I'm saying? And you'll always have love for this person, but you're not interested in this person because, like I said, you have moved on to bigger and better things. This is someone who wants to really only be around when it's convenient for them. That's really wishing that they didn't let people get in the way of y'all connection. But they did that. They let low vibrational people come in and put things in their heads to make them feel like they were too good for you. And the thing for me is, I don't know how they figured they were too good for you, because honestly, collectives, if it wasn't for y'all, they wouldn't even be in the position that they're in now. But this is somebody that you freed yourself that's now realizing that it's too late and the cycle is closed out. And one thing about it, with this connection, collectives, there was a big, big age difference between y'all. So sometimes, that dude, excuse me, they don't want me to tell it, but I'm going to tell it. That dude plays a big factor in how relationships play out. But this is somebody that, you had a good little distance on, you know what I'm saying, as far as the age gap. But you didn't treat this person no less than. You didn't treat this person like they were younger than you. You treated them, how you felt about them, how you cared about them. Y'all were on the same level, regardless of the age. But y'all had a big age difference, which is the reason why a lot of this didn't work out between y'all. This is somebody that knows that you know that they need them. This is somebody that knows that you're tapped in. This is somebody that knows that you're spiritual. They have spiritual gifts as well as they do. But they know that you know everything is going on right now. As far as everything they're going through, their downfalls, the toxic relationships that they're in, the karmic relationships they're in. And you know what I'm saying, in this, everybody is figuring out that, you know, nobody really knows each other for real. They do not know each other for real. It's somebody that you had to turn your back on. You had to, because it's somebody that ran away when they knew they control other situations. So they went where they could get control at. They went where they know they could do things that were unacceptable where you were at. You understand? There's somebody that knows there were boundaries. There's somebody that knows that there were certain things that you could and could not do. And it's not that you was trying to like be their mama or be their daddy collectives. It's just guidance. You understand? Because like I said, there was a big age gap. And y'all were very much well older than them. Somebody who's trying to get back to y'all. But they know that there's something blocking the way. They can't figure out what it is. But they don't realize the way they treated you, how they did you, how they ghosted you, how they painted illusions, you know what I'm saying, about the whole situation. As far as them coming back to you, this is somebody who ghosted you. Just trying to figure out what's blocking them in a way. Get back in your energy, get back in your presence, get back in your good graces. There's somebody that as well had you in a third party. That was a cheater. There's somebody that had multiple partners. Somebody who was living their best life. That felt like, you know, in the beginning, everything was all good. But when you started holding them accountable to be responsible, you know what I'm saying, things that you were supposed to do as an adult, this person ran because they didn't want to be responsible. They didn't want to be held accountable for things that they knew that they did wrong. It's somebody that's trying to mirror your energy. That's realizing that no matter what they do, how they do it, they cannot get to you. They are blocked mentally, physically, and emotionally, and spiritually. This is somebody that's very well getting that karma on how they treat you. And they know very well that you have turned your back. You are heavily protected. This person is out of the code. This is somebody that is out of the code. That has had an ending because, like I said, nobody cared about each other for real. Nobody cared about each other for real. They just out there doing whatever for the moment in time. Anything to get by. This is somebody that was living day for day. Didn't know how they was going to get anything to eat. No resources. Because everybody played each other. And now everybody is figuring out that everybody played the fool. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Somebody who always knew that they were still in love with you. They really didn't know how to place their feelings. Somebody who felt like you was too good for them. That they couldn't keep up with you. Somebody who felt like after a while that they were beneath you because you were very positive, very motivating, pushing forward because you had the will to want to. They're shocked and they're devastated because they always thought collectives, that y'all was going to be sitting there waiting on them. That they would always be able to come back to the collectives because the collectives got to go hard. Oh, baby, that ain't what this is. This ain't what this is. It's the hard knock life. It's somebody that has learned the hard way. They let their ego and pride get in the way of this connection. They thought they could do better with somebody else. They thought they could. There's somebody that is verbally abusive. Somebody who's physically abusive. Somebody who's emotionally abusive. You had to walk away from this person because this was not good. It was very toxic. Somebody who betrayed you. And it was betrayal at its best because it's somebody that backstabbed you. Somebody who took from you. Somebody who breadcrumbed you. That you yourself could not believe this person turned in to be who they was. This is somebody that you thought you knew, but come to find out you actually really didn't know this person at all. Somebody who really cannot believe that you don't even have feelings for them anymore. They never thought that you would stop loving them. They feel the energy and they know this. And they knew the moment that they ghosted you. They knew the moment that they ghosted you that they were not going to be able to come back. They knew the moment that they ghosted you and they left things unclear, left you unread, that you would lose all respect for them. They knew you would not trust them. They knew this. So to try to come back to you and try to come back towards you because shit is not working out for them, Because they in some toxic, because they're going through a tower moment, because shit ain't working out for them, because they thought the grass was greener on the other side. They want to come back to the collectives that is doing good, who have the will to want to push forward. When somebody know you doing good, that's when they want to come back. They ran when things got hard. They ran when things got tough. They turned their back on you collectives. They knew that. They knew the moment that they did that, you know what I'm saying, disappearing that. Like they was the magician. That it was over for them. Curtains pulled. Now they want to come in and sweet talk you. Somebody wishing that they had made a better choice. This is somebody that's living in misery. They cannot get their life together. And they can't get it together because of how they treat people. Energy is being returned, baby. All that shit is being returned to sender. This person, excuse me, this person is getting their karma and they're trying to come back to love bombing because they're out of the code. Somebody's going through an ego death. And now if they know that you don't want them, they want to play tit for tat. But baby, they're being exposed. They're being exposed to the fullest. So it ain't nothing that they can do. Can't pull no wool over your eyes because you've been there and done that with them already. But this person that they are now, you don't know. Because who they know this person as and who you know this person as is two completely different people. Who they are with these other people are not who they are with you. So you really don't know what to expect because, baby, mask off. Mask off. They can't hide no more. You see this person for who they was and for who they are. Somebody that is planning on coming back for you no matter what, they coming back. This is somebody that don't want to take no for an answer because they played the fool. And then if they see you, man, it really kills me. Now if they see you happy, focused, healed, and not bothered, they want to come back and disrupt your peace. Don't come back and disrupt my peace because you live in misery. Don't bring your bad spirit having ass back over here because they done collected a lot of energy. A lot of energy that ain't good that they trying to bring back to you when you're such at peace. When your energy is cleansed. We don't need that. And we're not going for that. They know there are boundaries built. There's no way they're going to get to you anyway because spirit has blocked them. They're blocked. They're blocked. They block until they get their shit together. But they want to come back and pour all their burdens and all that badass energy and all the rest of that shit that they got coming with them on you to disrupt their peace because they're not happy. Misery loves company, baby. Misery loves company. And what we're not going to do is entertain that shit. We're not going to do that. Because we done came too far. We done worked too hard. And baby, healing is hard. Healing is hard when you really care about somebody and you're going through something. It is hard to heal. Why take 10 steps forward back? Why? Why go back to something that you already fought so hard to get through? So this is where we at with this. We don't need nothing else toxic in our life. Collectives, we're not getting any younger. We're not. So to repeat a cycle and turn back and deal with things that we were not happy with, sit in the space and energy where we were miserable at, somewhere we felt like we were bound and tied, somewhere where we feel like we was locked up, somewhere where you feel like you was in jail. You're not going to turn back to things that made you unhappy, things that didn't make you smile, because it was a long time before y'all could smile again. But once y'all remove that dead weight, that dead energy, things start working out. Things start working out. Once you got back to yourself and knowing who you was and loving you again, things started flourishing. Things started nourishing. Things started working out, and so did you. You had been planting seeds. But once you got back to focus and doing what you was doing to get back on your journey and on your path, hey, that's something you did. So to let them come back and think that they're going to come back and disrupt your peace and bring in all that badass energy, oh no, we're not doing that. They're being exposed. This is somebody who betrayed you that pretended to love you. Somebody who had you thinking, you know what I'm saying, that it was going to be forever. Forever. Somebody that you get through thick and thin with. Somebody who, you know what I'm saying, you gave unconditional love to. Somebody that nobody could ever tell you nothing about because you knew how you felt about this person, but they played with you. They played with you. This is somebody that very much know that they juggled you. Somebody that has you in a third party. They had you in a third party. Somebody who juggled. Somebody who wanted to have their cake and eat it too and realize, baby, you cannot do that. That's why it played out the way it did. That's why it played out the way it did. This person is going through a hell of a tower moment. Do you understand? Everything is crashing down. Everything is crashing down. They doing a lot of fighting, cussing and fussing, police calling, everything over there. Stealing from each other, lying to each other, doing anything they can This is somebody that is really, really, really irritating. Really, really irritated about how far you done came. Somebody that ran and hid, that's now coming out of hermit mode. They're trying to get back to you. Somebody who's trying to find that light to get back to you. Somebody who's trying to get back on your path to get to you because they know that they have messed up. Somebody who's heartbroken, emotionally unstable, that's want to come in and try to give you an offer. Because you know what I'm saying, you're stable. Your foundation is strong. And this is something you had to build by yourself. You didn't get no help with this. Now they want to come back and give you an offer because they're emotionally destroyed, because they're heartbroken, because they thought the grass was greener on the side. Somebody who ran that is now coming back out of hermit mode. Somebody who's financially broke, don't have shit, that's going through a tower moment. Somebody who has you in a third party who juggled you. They know that it's too late and this cycle has closed out. They know this. And then they want to come back with all that pity, all that shame, all that guilt, all that remorse. Want to come back and get a little comfort, get a little love. Somebody who trapped theyself and bound theyself to toxic ass shit. Somebody, like I said, can't make it up, that's out of the code. That's now trying to come towards you. That knows that your back is turned. There's somebody that you gave to that took advantage of you. That see that your cups are already filled. Somebody knows that this is water under the bridge. And somebody is drinking heavily. Somebody has an addiction. They're drinking heavily. And they got an addiction because they know. They very well know that you don't want them. They very well know that you are not going to repeat this cycle with it. You've moved on. Somebody that knows you have plenty of choices and options. They realize now that they are an option and not a choice. And they don't have a pot to piss on or when to throw it out. They're broke. They're destroyed. And then they come trying to come towards you. But your back is turned. They want to come back and reconnect. This is somebody that knows that you have fallen too hard that wants to try to come back and say life and celebrate with you. Somebody wants to come back and give you an offer. An offer that you can't fucking refuse. And they have got to be kidding me. Somebody wants to reconnect. That sees you as their wish fulfillment. They always have seen you as their wish fulfillment. They're still in love with you and they always was always in love with you. But there's somebody who wanted to control you in the moment that they figured out that there was no control. That's when the verbal and emotional and the physical abuse started to come in. It's somebody who wanted to be with you. Like I said, they're trying to mirror your energy. And then the shit is not working out. And that toxic ass shit that they dealt with, that they act like they like because they done repeated that cycle with that person multiple times too. But now their eyes are open. Like I said, mask off. And they see how much they have messed up. They see what they have lost. And they also see that they got to watch you happy and being in love with somebody else. The same thing that you doing now is what they could have did with you and they did not do it. Because they wanted more. But they didn't want to work hard. They didn't want to fight to get more. They wanted you to do all the work. Because of the age difference. They felt like you should have did everything. No, baby. They were still grown. They was old enough to make shit shake, make shit work. But they wanted you to do everything, collectives. And once they realized that they could not keep stepping on you, walking on you, treating you any type of way, they walked away as well. They ghosted you. They made you think that they cared, they loved you. Out of all the shit that you did and y'all went through. It was some give and take, but it was more give and take. You were pouring, filling up their cup. And they were okay with that. They didn't worry about if your cup was full. And it was very empty. You gave so much that you didn't have nothing left to give to yourself. So when I say you had to walk away and do what you had to do for you, that's what you had to do. You had to end that toxic ass relationship and close out that cycle so you can move forward and not block your blessings so you can keep pushing. And they see this, that it's all about self and focus on your stability, your home front, your future. And you kept going without them. Without them. So this is all about realization and realizing what you messed up and what you lost. So now they want to come back with the bullshit. And we're not doing that. So heads up. You got an emotional, unstable creature coming your way that's ready to pour all their burdens on you that they have built up and collected with these other people. So like I said, they want to bring that badass energy in on you for you to try to help sort the things out, for you to disrupt your peace, to disturb your peace, and put you back 10 steps forward so they can go back and get you back to where you was before. But they about to fuck around and find out that ain't shit sweet, baby. Ain't shit sweet. They're about to find out that you have changed and you are not the same person. All right, now, collectives. Keep your head up. Stay strong. Just know, like I said, they coming with the BS. All right, now until next time. Bye-bye now.